"What's the matter with you?" My oncologist is practically shouting at me. "We're trying to prevent a reoccurrence of breast cancer here." She looks like she wants to shake me. I got it. I'd been dealing with benign junk, low-grade breast cancer over a dozen years. Like it or not, the time had come. I needed to go on an anti-estrogen. The problem is, I'm a complicated patient. That happens because I'm clinically complicated, not just because I asked too many questions. So we were having a little bit of a discussion. I think this was the 4th appointment we were having. To be safe on tamoxifen, I needed to take blood thinners. To go on the newer drugs, I needed to be postmenopausal. I wasn't. The choices, the side effects, what I would be dealing with day in and day out for 5 years, that was what I wanted to deal with. This is what life is about. Karen and Nate did a much better job than I will ever do about explaining how important the fit of your medical treatment is to your life. But the healthcare system's not set up to deal with that. My oncologist was practically shouting at me because, having decided I was going to go the tamoxifen route, I wanted to talk about which blood thinner. There were options. She's like, "Just get on with it." Nope, we were going to discuss that. We all have stories, things that should have been simple and weren't. Difficulty in getting the answers you need if you cross the different silos of healthcare, be it your insurance company and your doctor, multiple specialists, whatever you need to do. We all have unique lives. Even if you're not clinically complicated, you want your treatment to fit your life. The frustration people have in dealing with this, particularly if it's more of a black box and you don't spend your entire professional career running around in the weeds of this stuff, that leads to headlines that say things like, "Healthcare's not broken, it was designed that way." I don't think it was designed at all. I think we got this way, one unintended consequence followed by the next good intention gone awry, over and over and over again for decades. The current model of healthcare was designed in the beginning of the last century in order to put a doctor dropped in the middle of nowhere who was 100% self-sufficient. That's not the system today. And so we end up feeling like we're dealing with an ossified hairball. One time, my mom was facing major surgery a couple years ago. She was actually debating whether or not it was worth it. Our family had a ton of questions. Me being me, I call the surgeon. I start working my way through the questions, and he says, "Not to worry. I've got a meeting with your parents tomorrow morning. I'm going to take them through all of this stuff. Everybody will understand what the risks are, why we're doing it, if it makes sense." I said, "Great, let's stop here. I'll dial in." Dial in? Yeah, Skype, conference call, what's easiest for you? I don't know how. "Do you have a speaker on your phone?" I ask. "I'll dial your direct line." No, I mean, we don't do conference calls. I've never done one. I don't think I'm allowed. We deal with healthcare at our most vulnerable. My mom was thinking about not having this surgery. People who she knew had had similar surgeries. 2 months later, 2 months of misery later, they died anyway. He went into healthcare to help people. And he went round and round with us. The number of phone calls that we went through, because I couldn't fly down right away, to make sure my parents were comfortable, I understood the details, they knew what was going on. My mom's had the surgery, she's doing great, it's been several years, it's awesome. But it shouldn't be this hard. Healthocracy gets in between all the awesome advances of clinical science. I mean, Karen just dropped her kid off at college. My mom and I will both probably live well into our 90s. And it just gets between the people who need that. Their daily lives, they need to be able to access it. There are too many frictions. And then I get to sit in professional meetings where I hear stories about this poor woman who was presenting at the ER. She had difficulty breathing. She'd come in, they would treat her symptoms and try and figure out what the cause was. And then her symptoms would get better because they treated the symptom. And they couldn't figure out what the cause was, so they'd send her home. You didn't want to admit somebody to the hospital under those circumstances. And then she'd be back. She was back 420-something times in 365 days. And then they sent somebody home to see if they could get any greater insight. She was allergic to her favorite Angora sweater. $2 million later, they figured that out. And now I'm forgetting where I am. So much for the grand conclusion. We were talking about the 9,000 days we have left. And that's the problem I want to work on. I want to work on the reduction of frictions so that the consumer experience with healthcare is better. Please help me. What I can do in terms of navigating the system, it's rare. Special ability, gift that I have for torturing the care team. But what I want from life and what I want from my healthcare is more time and energy for the rest of my life. And I think that's what we all want. And as I try and unravel this hairball, I need other people to share their stories. So please, share your stories and let's unravel this hairball so that everybody can access what they need more easily.